got his undergrad at West.
Roll vote.
That's right, buddy.
He's been teaching for 17 years, middle school, English, and science. Right now he's teaching 7th and 8th grade science. So welcome Mr. Nussel and his students.
Thank you.
Now we're going to introduce all of our middle school friends. Okay, so since I have mine here first, but I'm going to introduce Hallie, if you want to stand up real quick. And so Hallie is in 8th grade. She said her favorite subject is language arts. And then her piece of advice for middle school teachers was to make things not boring, to make things fun. So.
This is Austin. I had the pleasure of meeting him today. It was great. He's 13 years old. He's in 8th grade, and his advice to future teachers is not to give too much homework because they're already getting homework in other classes, and then it's all piled up and it's really stressful.
I had the awesome experience of meeting Rachel today. She is 14, she's in 8th grade, she's really awesome by the way. And she said her advice for middle school teachers is don't just state facts and add some flair and humor to your lesson, also treat your students like with respect. Yeah, they're still at that period where they can do things on their own, but sometimes they're going to fall, so just kind of help them out when they need it. Which is great advice, I think.
I had the pleasure to meet Bobby today. It is Bobby's birthday, so everyone is Bobby is 14 today. He is in 8th grade, and his advice for middle level teachers is to make teaching fun as well for the students, not to make it so bland.
Alright, and finally we have Faith Ann. She is from Midland and goes to Northeast there. She's in 7th grade, is 13 years old. Her favorite subject is math. I think she told me that because I'm her math tutor.
Good answer.
And her advice for teachers is be patient. There are going to be some kids who struggle in some areas that they just need a little more time.
And now we'll start taking questions. If you guys want to raise your hand, we'll just go through. Let's start with those.
Yes, you.
Remember Adam's Elementary?
Yes, I did.
Oh, yeah, I remember you. I filled in for Norm. You know Norm from Retzlaw?
Yeah.
Yeah. Small world.
And she almost ran you over, too.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know what I did for her.
Okay, so you guys can just raise your hands and I'll call on you. There's no specific word.
Okay, so when you're getting assessed on your learning, so you guys go through a unit and the teacher's seeing what you know, do you think that you are able to better demonstrate what you know through a test or like a project? Not necessarily what's easier, what you like better, but like, how do you think you're able to show what you know?
Project.
Yeah. Do you have any details or like examples?
Not really.
Okay.
I agree with Austin. Project.
I do a project too because I mean you're expressing yourself more in the project than rather on the test when you're explaining what you learned.
Okay.
Yeah, same as Hallie with this project. You get to get more involved. It's not just question after question. You get to express how you know things and how you learn better in a way.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think I agree with everyone else. I like big projects.
Yeah. The creative side of it and stuff.
Sorry.
Follow-up question. Would you prefer group projects, small group projects, or like pairs, or individual projects?
Probably group projects because you want to hear everybody else's opinion, and of course that always matters.
A group because then you can share each other's ideas and spread them out and stuff.
Depending, I guess how you feel that day, but I kind of like pairs because in a group it's you you have to hear everybody and it kind of takes a longer time and you have a certain due date. So it's kind of like stressful because if you don't get it done, you have to do it at home, but then one person's gonna have to. So it kind of like pairs because then it's like just you talking back and forth and then you get to see their ideas and yours and then you can kind of like match them up together and it goes a little quicker also.
Yeah, I think group projects, because if you do it individually, then you can split up the project into parts instead of having to do the entire thing.
Yeah, I think I like group projects because you don't have to do like everything like by yourself, and you can like share everyone's ideas like for what to do on it.
And it's also stressful.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite elective, and is there any electives that you wish you could have that you don't have?
Okay. Okay. I guess I would say, I got this question right, I would say dance because it's a way to express your feelings and emotions and like the way that you move instead of using it like through force, you know, like punching somebody. So like you can use it through the way you move on the floor, like maybe it's hip hop and you're like angry so you can take it out on the beat, you know, or you're just feeling down and you can do like lyrical or something. So you could express your feelings through the emotions that you do.
She's saying that's what she would want. We don't have the answer.
No, that's what I would want.
Okay.
I do woodshop. I love woodshop because I just like being creative.
I like band because it's something to learn that you've never done before and something that you can stick with throughout your entire life.
I like woodshop along with Hallie because then you're able to make your own ideas and it just doesn't have to be like from a sheet. Like a while back, like last year, we made cars and we were able to come up with our own ideas and paint job and all that. And I thought that was
I really like choir because it shows the like how like the song how I'm feeling like every song is like everyone's feelings kind of.
If you could give future teachers one piece of advice for what we like shouldn't do, what would that be?
Be really strict to where the kids are like really afraid to ask you questions.
I would say, like kind of like we all said, not to be boring, but like have some like jazz and like, you know, put some humor into there, but also get the lesson done throughout the day. Like get it done for the hour that you have, but also have it fun so you're not like, oh my gosh, it's the slowest hour ever, you know what I mean? Just so like it's like a better way to learn, you know?
So don't be boring, but also don't let people get away with everything and keep things going.
Yeah, yeah.
I would say don't have favorites because I have some teachers that have like teacher pets as favorites.
don't take it too hard on the kid if they get the answer incorrect.
I don't like homework because I like to do it with the teacher and them teaching me and showing me what I'm doing wrong instead of just me doing it by myself.
How is technology like used in your classroom, or like what would you guys like to use in your classroom? I guess technology-wise, like do your teachers allow cell phones?
Okay.
Okay, what are those limits on it?
Most of the classes, like, there's like a couple times a year where you're able to use your cell phones, maybe like on a free day where you can listen to music but also do your work. Sometimes math teachers like to do it as calculators, but I would say use them, but like if they're using it not properly by like, you know, playing games and getting distracted, I would away from them. Because they know what to do and what not to do, so.
I don't have a phone, so.
Like at my, sorry, go ahead.
You go.
Alright, my school, has computers. They just, decided that this year. So, every grade has, computers, so, like, we get to use them for, like, for calculators and, like, for, like, other work when we have to do it.
In math, we have a new program that we've been doing for about 2 years. It's called Math Excel, and that's what we do all of our assignments on now instead of like paper.
Pretty boring.
Well, what I like is we got Chromebooks, which are like mini laptops, and I like to use them for projects because it makes things a lot easier instead of reading through books, and sometimes it gets difficult.
I'd like it better because this one school, if you were like in middle school, you were able to take your laptop home with you, because then it also teaches kids about responsibility, about being able to like take care of that and not break it or anything.
Okay, what is something that you guys as teachers have done for you that you thought that will always stick with you? That was just so memorable and awesome and you loved it?
Well, my Eastern Hemisphere teacher saw that I was struggling on an assignment, and she came over and sat by me and just walked me through all the steps of how to do the assignment. So that was really nice.
Same with me, only with like all my subjects.
A lot of my teachers walk over to me and they give me compliments on how I work with different kids. And it means a lot to me and how they tell me like if I work with an autistic kid very well with them, and they appreciate that with me.
Oh wait, I don't think I have one. To be honest, I really don't think I have, like, I don't think
What I liked that Mr. Nessel did is that he put something, like he covered up the clock so that class would go by faster.
True story, cover up your clocks.
So that we ain't looking at the clock every 2 minutes.
Class is over.
It makes it a lot easier. Makes it more fun.
What's the most difficult thing about this for you guys?
History. I'm not too good at history.
Not just even subjects, like overall, is it like classroom
Like, you walk down the halls and you hear some like really bad things coming from kids, and then you walk into the classroom and like it's kind of like a whole different world because you have so many different groups of different kids, and one group is like the nicest people you know, and then one group is like a group you don't even want to talk about. So it's like you're walking into a whole new different world when you walk into the classroom.
Like for me, kids walk backwards down the hallway, so they run into me, and then they get really mad at me because they think it's my fault, but it's really their fault.
Does this happen a lot, people walking backwards?
Yes. It happens
Like
like
they're like
every
talking
day.
to a friend walking backwards, or just.
That changes in college, people walk straight.
But they still have really inspiration.
I know.
It's also a little bit difficult when they've got groups like the jocks and the nerds and all that, because then like it's kind of hard to fit in with a group. And
I agree with Hallie that like school and classes feel just totally different. You're in a totally different spot because of what you do every day, and the friends you've made in the classes and friends you have, people that you see. It just makes it feel and look different.
I would say like the hardest thing is like avoiding drama, because there's drama left and right. Yeah. Yeah, drama is hard to really avoid one way or another in any situation you're gonna get put in it, whether good or bad. I would also say trying to find like what group you really belong in, because in 8th grade you really finding who you are as a person and your personality, like should these friends really be my friends? Are they ones like that I can trust, that they won't talk behind my back? So like it's hard to like decide whether I should be with these people, like if they're popular and they're cool, but they also can talk behind your back. It's like, should I be with them or should I be with the people that are like nerdy but won't talk behind your back, that will, like stay by your side? So it's kind of hard in there because people, middle schoolers are very judgmental. So it's kind of hard to find your place and your friends in school. So I would say that's hard also.
So I'm actually going to bounce off that idea. What makes you, whether it's your teachers, your friends, administrators in the school, and whether it's inside the classroom or in the hallway, walking to the class, what makes you feel safe? That I know that if I have any problems, that I can go to the principal and I can trust him.
I always have a certain teacher every year that I like bond with very well, so I know I'll trust them with anything.
Kind of same with Hallie, but the teachers, some teachers get to know you as a person and your personality, and they'll be like, oh, hey, how was your day? I remember this happened and this happened, how was it, and they get involved in your life, and they're like, oh, how's your day? And it just makes you feel like better as a person, so you can be like, yeah, it was good, and then you can walk your class.
Back to your idea real quick. Spanish is also pretty hard.
Right.
Well, one of my favorite teachers is Mr. Nessel, because he understands us, and if you ever have a problem, you can just go to him and he'll fix it.
So what kind of things can teachers do to make you want to learn and want to try? What things work? Yeah.
Like for my Eastern Hemisphere class, when we're studying for tests, she does this little game. I forget what it's called, but you have this little remote and it says A, B, C, D, and whatever question is, you have to press A, B, C, or D. And it really helps me because I get to actually press the button and it really sticks with me.
Hands-on projects and stuff.
Yeah, games help a lot.
Okay, can you re-say the question?
Yeah, so what kind of things do teachers do that help motivate you and help you want to learn?
I would say activities, Yeah, activities are number one. Oh, I'm excited, I can't wait, But you also learn something while having fun.
Well, not being serious all the time, just every once in a while joking around.
You mentioned that you have Spanish class, is that true? I am hoping to become a Spanish teacher. Could you tell me, do you like it, do you not like it, what do you like?
Be nice. Okay.
If you take French too, I'm gonna be French.
I will tell you that Shepherd Spanish used to be an elective,
where only a certain number of kids got it, and this is the first year where all 8th graders take Spanish this year, and the Spanish that they're taking is Spanish 1 that they would have taken in high school as a freshman.
I would say, okay, this teacher, she like, well, we have to do a packet of something on the computer and like a bunch of different questions, and you have to go on the internet and find stuff and like put it on this, and it's a like packet long, and then the next day, but you have so much to get it done, like a week or so or whatever, or 2 weeks. But then she gives another packet, and then we have to learn the whole alphabet and the whole week, and I feel like she just puts too many things out there at once, so it's kind of stressful. I just want to know when I have to get it done and what time it needs to be done, so I can like use my time wisely. So I'm not doing something that's due 2 months away and do the stuff that's due tomorrow or something. You know what I mean?
We do sections of like words each day, and then we'll learn like the numbers one day, and then we'll do the alphabet like another day, and she'll look up songs, and they're very catchy.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Yeah. Well, like you're singing them all day, and then you know.
How can you say
I feel like she moves too fast, like she goes through the words like way too fast, like you spend like 3 days on one set of words and there's like 20 of them, and then we move on to the next one, so.
Yeah, I agree with Austin that she needs to slow down a bit, and that take a little bit more time, because learning a new language isn't very easy, and so yeah, you need to take a little bit more time.
Have you guys ever asked her to slow down?
Yes.
I asked her, and she said.
Okay, easy. Just a simple question. Okay. Go ahead.
Have you taken Spanish?
Well, not this year. Last year I did.
Did you like it? What made you like it?
Well, the teacher was really nice, and she was really helpful. Like my Eastern Head teacher, she helped me a lot. Like when I was struggling, she would come over and explain it like more clearly to me.
Okay, first you're not allowed to pick Mr. Vessel, but think of your favorite teacher that you've had now or in the past, and why were they your favorite?
Okay, okay, I can't think of that, so I would have to say most of the time is Mrs. Clack, because she's our social studies teacher, history. History you have to read through the book, and it gets very annoying because you're not really involved, like it doesn't really matter. In my head it doesn't really matter, so it's just like boring, and like I don't understand it because I'm not really caring as much. But she like goes through it and she acts it out, and she makes it really fun. She's a very outgoing lady, and she's just so she's a very fun, spunky kind of lady, and it gets in my head more, and she has projects to go with it, so I think I learn better that way instead of just reading papers and assignments and stuff, but she makes it fun, and she does work, but we also have some days that just work too, so it's a mix, so I like how she teaches too.
It's great because she'd always come over and she'd like help you out if you're struggling in math and stuff, so.
Like, let's see. Yeah. Rachel. Like Rachel, it's, like my ELA teacher, she was really spunky. She would do like, she'd make up these words. I can't remember what words she would make up, but they would just make the whole class break out in laughter. It was so funny.
I like Mr. Huber. He was my geography teacher last year. The reason I liked him was because he's our varsity basketball coach for guys, and I'm big in sports, so I had a bond with him.
Yeah, I have to agree with Rachel. I like Miss Clack because she does something and explains how that has to do with what we're learning. Like, we're learning right now about the 13 colonies and how they broke away from England. So we had to write a letter, like a breakup letter to somebody or something. It's not you, it's me. And I didn't really understand what that had to do with anything, but then after that she explained, well, they had to do that to England because they wanted to become their own state or country.
And then also, she was a funny person because like she was describing something and she's obsessed with like pugs. So like she's talking about something about trading with two different people, and so she's like, say we're trading these beautiful little pugs. And she has a little like beanie baby pug or whatever. And then she picked people from the class. She's like, this person wants to trade with this person, and then they're like, no, I want that. So she's like involving her life in it too, but it's also funny because she's doing pugs instead of whatever it is. So yeah, it's fun. Yeah.
Follow-up question, in the breakup letter, did you let him down easy or hard?
Yeah, it was quite hard.
You had to start it with all the reasons why. You had to support and had to like have a good reason to do it. So then at the end, you just let it go.
Yeah, she had like a certain way, like format you kind of want to write it, but still making it your own. But she had like a format, like what she wanted in it, and then the format like went along with the Declaration of Independence kind of thing and how they've written it. So it kind of like she was showing us, but having also fun with it, like how it was done. So it was just boring.
Yes, you in the back.
So, I feel like guys don't like homework. The successes, yeah. I totally get that, but like, what about it? The homework you really don't like? Is it that you get like too much in all of your classes? Is it too hard, or is it too easy that it just feels like busy work?
I would have to say the homework. It's just some teachers, you know, like I said, they cram stuff in, and I just need time to let that settle in and get to know it. I feel like people, like some teachers rush into it too much. So when I have homework, it's just like so stressful because all these other things are going in my head, and then I'm like, I have that homework too, and it's just like so stressful to me because I have to like memorize this, but I just learned that today, and homework like pack it on it. So it's kind of like hard when you're just learning stuff and you got homework after homework about it.
I agree with Rachel.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard because like if they're all on the same due date, then you gotta try to get all of them done. But if like they're spread out, like one's due first, then you can do that one first, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I feel like they like cram it in too much. Like one night I had like homework in every single class. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna take a lot. I'm so sorry.
I don't really like it because I like to have that help there that I need if I like stuck on a question that I can just ask it right there and then not have to remember it throughout the night and then next day. But I can just have the help right there.
Do you guys usually get graded on your homework, or do you get credit for like trying it?
Yeah, you get graded on it.
I would also like to say that it's also kind of hard because you get graded on it also, and it's like all due at the same time, kind of like Austin said. It's just kind of stressful.
Also, what Bobby said, like, just like Oh yeah, because then instead of having like your dad help you and like you're up until 10 o'clock arguing with him, because you think it's this idea, but then he thinks it's this, and it's really confusing. It's better to have a teacher there to help you out.
And then I want to say one way to avoid homework is using your time wisely. Like I said, Mr. Nessa likes to have fun and be a little crazy sometimes, which is really fun. But he also gets the job done. He knows when he needs to.
Getting extra credit for this.
I'm being honest. He gets the job done, and he takes you as like a person. And he said like, I think it was today we were doing a graph, or was it yesterday that?
Yesterday.
Yeah, we had so much. We had like 15 minutes, and it wasn't that bad. But he said you have 15 minutes if you use your time wisely and not talk. You can get it done, but if you don't, you have homework. So it's kind of like up to you also. But I would just say use your time wisely and get the job.
Good job. Yeah, because also then it's like if you've only got like a time limit to do it, and it's like long enough for you to do it, then you're not talking with your friends and you're getting your work done. And once you have your work done, then you can talk to your friends.
Speaking of getting extra credit for Mr. Vessel, when you do get extra credit, do you take advantage of it, or do you just not like extra credit at all?
We tried.
Oh yeah, we tried. Yeah. We don't get a lot of extra credit from Mr. Nessel right now, like none. But when when there is an opportunity to get extra credit, I try to take it because you never know, you might have a 4-question test, but then if you get one wrong, that like knocks your grade down low. So I try to do extra credit just in case I have a mess up or something. It will still keep me in the spot that I wanted to be at. Like I don't want to take any risks, so I do that just in case, just to keep a good grade.
I take advantage of it when my grade's like pretty low and I need help, then I take advantage of it and help myself out.
I sometimes forget, so that's why I have a whole bunch of sticky notes with me. And right now at Mr. Nessel's, we have extra credit right now, and all I have to do is take.
Wait, tell them what we did today, and then tell them what the extra credit is.
What's the word?
Meniscus.
Yeah, so remind about that. So we have to take a clear glass of water, we have to take a selfie with it, and then come in, you can get extra credit.
Well, I don't give extra credit. I don't, ever. Unless something comes up that's unique, and somebody asked me today, they said, we were measuring with beakers and graduated cylinders, and in those you can see the meniscus of water, because it adheres to the sides. And a girl in second hour asked me, can we see a meniscus at home? And I said, if you have a cup or a glass that has a small enough diameter, you can probably see a meniscus. I said, let's do it for extra credit. So I told them, anybody go home tonight, get a glass full of water, see if you can see a meniscus, take a selfie with the glass, and bring it back and show me tomorrow. Show me the picture on your phone and I'll give you extra credit. I said, if you don't have a phone, write it down that you did it, that you tried it, have your parents sign it so I know that you tried it, and bring it in and I'll give you extra credit. But I don't generally give extra credit because we're just telling them the only people who do extra credit are the kids that don't need it. And the kids that don't do their work in the first place aren't going to do extra credit either. And I don't like giving, if you didn't do assignments all trimester, I don't like giving you extra credit to save your grade because it doesn't teach you anything. What?
Yeah, but I tried it with you and
I know it didn't work.
it didn't work.
It was Applebee's fault. They didn't do the work.
By the time I get home tonight, it's gonna be like 9 o'clock.
Seriously, how long did it take you to do?
Like an hour?
Like 2 seconds.
Do it now.
Yeah, but
They're not clear.
This one is.
That's not big. Yeah.
Yes.
Too big. Very small.
I'm pretty sure you still allow to redo stuff for.
Yes.
Do you have other classes that allow you to redo assignments for points, and if so, do you like that? Do you think it just,
yes, I love that idea because then if you don't do good on a grade, like say if I did something bad in math, which I didn't, then I can retake it and I can get a better grade, so that way the teacher can help me first, and then once I understand it, then when I retake it, then it gives us all a chance to be able to make that grade up.
I would say I like it because Mrs. McCall is my math teacher. She lets you redo like some assignments like to get a better grade. And like, if you get it wrong, she'll have you redo the question to get it right so you know what you did wrong so you can fix it next time. So you like know what you did. And so the next time you can fix it and improve yourself. So I like how she does that and she redoes them if it's bad if you want to redo it. So I like that.
Well, I like redoing like tests or assignments because we have a rule in my house, like if you get like a B- or something or lower, then you're cut off in like sports or like your activity you're doing at the point. So I try to keep them up as high as I can.
I like it because it actually gives you a chance to learn it, like to redo it so you can learn actually what you're doing instead of just passing it by and not knowing what you did.
Do you do that for school?
Yeah, I like redoing. My teachers let me redo like tests and assignments. Like if I don't like the grade that I got in my first try my test, they let me come in at lunch or like after school to like redo it and to try for a better grade. So that's really, I like that.
Do you get to redo it for full credit, like you get all of the credit for?
Yeah.
So you miss the person?
Sometimes.
Yeah, in certain classes.
Yeah, certain classes do it differently.
But some classes, like if you turn in the work late, then you get a C on it, like instantly, so. And then if you also get a question wrong, that brings your grade even lower.
Do you guys have advisory at your school? Do you have advisory, like a homeroom or like advisory program in the mornings maybe?
We have a homework.
Okay. Well, I guess if you're familiar with advisory, do you like your advisory program? Do you think that it's like worth it? Is it just a study hall? What do you think about it?
I like mine in a way, but sometimes I don't. I like we're all four of us are in web. It's where everyone belongs, and us as eighth graders, we're like the top, and we rule the school. So we help sixth graders like belong, and so they're not like terrified of getting like trampled, you know. And so we each have our groups, and we have a partner to help us. We each have our groups, and we help these sixth graders belong, and we have activities. So in our advisory, some days we'll hang out with our sixth graders. We might eat lunch with them like we did last time. We're planning on a movie night. We just plan activities to do with them. And then we also like student council mixed. So we have to do student council and make birthday signs and hang up on my lockers all day. But I like it.
Like last year, they like just placed us in like advisories, and this year they let you sign up for your own advisory. Like you could have been like in the Spanish club, or you could have been like history. So I like that.
And actually, there's only a couple of us that were able to get chosen to be in web because it's like those who are responsible enough to do that kind of stuff and get their work all caught up and stuff. So.
I agree with Rachel.
Can I piggyback on that? So our advisory, when we first started doing advisory, was a half hour before lunch or a half hour after lunch, and it was a homework lab, is basically what it was. It's since been modified now to where there are a ton of different options for kids, from like, we have a computer programming advisory, you guys are in student council, we have a Spanish club, we have a history club. I do outdoor life, which is hunting, fishing, and trapping. We have a variety of different things, and kids can choose, they can pick, and we're pretty open about letting kids flip-flop advisories if they try one. We have what's Huber's, weight training?
Yeah.
Yeah, weight training advisory.
They always went at tug of war.
I know, right? So, teacher, we as teachers, we basically have the freedom to say what we want to do. And some teachers run homework sessions, some run like remediation math sessions, but you know, we, like myself and the woodshop teacher together, we do outdoor life. So we have 60 kids in one classroom. I know, right?
Do the kids choose a different one like every day?
No,
Like a
no.
trimester?
Usually they'll pick one and they stay in that one for most of the year. On rare occasions, like there was a couple kids that they were doing really well in math, so they got out of the math remediation one and they went into a different advisory. Part of the problem is that most of our advisories are 30 plus kids, so it's hard, because we try to cap them at 30, so it's hard to switch kids in and out unless you have somebody that wants to move out of one, so somebody can move in.
Yeah, but I liked it better when they had, last year when they had the catch-up room.
Oh, I agree.
Then kids who were like behind on their work.
Wait, tell them what that is.
I was going to. It's called catch-up room because Mr. Nessa had like a picture of a catch-up room.
Right, yeah.
And you could go there during your lunch advisory and you were able to catch up on all the work that you had. And then once you were all caught up, then you could go back to your advisory class and stuff. But if you still didn't have it done the next day, then you could go back there. And basically it was usually for like late assignments that you need to get them done. Yeah.
Is that a daily thing, like every day you have advising?
Yes.
Peyton, what's your homeroom like? Is it in the morning?
Yeah. My homeroom is first hour, and like my first hour is not really like a homeroom. It's math and homeroom combined. So it still has the same teacher, but we do what's called morning meeting, which is like we go through like. We have like a word of the week, and just like respect and stuff like that. And they go through that, and then we go right into math. So it's so we switch classes like after math, like.
Who's your Eastern Hemisphere
Are you trying to get that job?
Thank you very much. That's all it is.
Okay, is this our last question then? Okay, so,
No pressure.
I was just gonna ask, are there any good books that you're reading recently?
No. Austin, you are limited to like 2 or 3.
Oh.
Yeah, we wanna find out your good reasons.
I'm just gonna write it down as you
What?
say.
Yeah.
Alright.
I've read all of the Nicholas Sparks books.
So.
Do you have a favorite
Austin
of
and I
Nicholas
traded
Sparks
back and forth.
I like The Best of
You
Me.
read it. Yeah. Yeah, you literally read it.
I am not a big reader. I don't know, it just like stresses me out, like it's just page after page after page after page. And it kind of stresses me out. I feel like I don't got time for that. So, we have to read, so I was reading this one book, I kind of like, in a way like drama kind of, so you can be like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen next, so you still are in like.
Rachel, if you just want to know the name of the book.
Okay, that's why I'm telling them. And the name of the book, I don't know the author, but it was like, I Heard You, You Haunt Me. But it's like a poem kind of book, so it's just like very short. But I think so. Yeah, they're simple.
Rachel, I have an office for you. Her name is Sonia Stones. She writes only, like, it's a full novel, a full plot, but it's only in poetry.
Okay. So far.
I like Rachel, I love to read. That's why Mr. Nestle sadly let
Not sad.
I am sad.
Last year I was Austin's English teacher, and he'd read a book a night. Like literally, I'd give him a book, and the next day he'd
You
have
are
it
my best
finished.
friend.
We'll talk.
So,
what do you got for me?
I love the Throne of Glass series. It was like an assassin who came and had to be the king's assassin and go around and assassinate other people. It's called Throne of Glass. Yeah. It's a series. And also, I love the Cinder series. That was a very good series. I'm still waiting for the next one. And I Am Number 4 series. And I'm still waiting for those as well.
Didn't stop it.
Oh, it's still going. Oh,
What
jeez.
number did it stop at?
So far, it stopped at the Revenge of 7. Or,
Yeah, that was 9.
yeah, 9. That's it.
Is it a return of 9?
7. Sure. I don't remember. It's been for a long time. I'm still waiting.
I love the Narnia series, the Chronicles of Narnia. My favorite book was the Lion the Witch and the Wardrobe.
Yeah.
What was that one book series?
The Brother Man Chronicles or The Ranger's Apprentice, one of those?
No, the Ranger's Apprentice series was a pretty good series. But I got more of those ones.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was-
It's because there's like 12.
It was like the super people and they go around killing.
Oh, you're talking about Steelheart?
Yes, I loved that series, and
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
still waiting for that next book as well. So.
If you guys get on, if you get on Scholastic.com and type in like young adolescent, it'll bring up all the most popular books right now.
Have you read all of them already? Most of them.
We used to.
Do you have a good reason?
But we have a career.
What? A good reason.
So,
It's a website, if you wanna keep track of the books that you've read already and that you wanna read.
That gives you recommendations and stuff. It's really good.
Yeah, good read, just like good.
What's the app?
It's a website, goodreads.com.
What about you?
I'm currently, well, not a big reader, but I'm currently reading the Found series. It's about multiple kids, but it specifically talks about 2 of them that were all adopted, all, well, they, I haven't got that far in the book, I haven't finished it, but I'm still reading it. So far they know of other kids like that just happen to live in the same area, and they all are adopted, and they all get the same letter that says like somebody's coming from them or something. And I think it's a really good book and it's interesting.
That's called the Found.
Yeah, it's a Found series.
And then I like the Match series too. There's like 4 books.
There's also the Electives Rider series. That's about
They're very interesting.
Yes. Okay. I thought it was very different.
Okay, wait.
I haven't read books, but I like it. I do. Writer. Alright, writer.
It was very good mystery and
Before we wrap up, I do want to share Heath and also suggestions for your teachers. I did ask him at the beginning, but I wanted to save it till the end after you heard from the students. He has 2 things that he suggests for all teachers. I asked him for 1, but he gave me 2. First one is follow your gut, and the second one, which is probably most important, is what he says is to care about your students. Number 1, definitely.
If there's one thing that you have heard over and over and over from all of these kids all night long, is about teachers who get to know them and teachers who care about them. Kids don't care what you know until they know that you care. True story.
And one last housekeeping plug, don't forget that dues are due tonight. If you have problems with that, make sure you talk to Kelsey, we can work something out with you. Don't worry about if you don't have it for you today, we'll still work something out with you as well. And now we have the raffle.
And then Anne will be